How's it going, guys? King of the fourth quarter here. We're back. It's over at Minnesota Timberwolves MyGM. Game 4 of the first round here in the playoffs. And we're up 2-1. 2-1 sounds good. It may sound good to your ears, but for me, it's not great. So let me tell you why. The first game, we went out there, won in overtime. That was the first playoff game for the majority of our players. We only had one guy that's ever been in the playoff series, and that's Jimmy Butler. Other guys were just new to the thing, but we went out there and won in overtime, so that's great. Game 2, we ran that team out of the gym. That Pelicans team couldn't keep up with us, and that felt good as well. But when Game 3 came around, we went to New Orleans. We just played like little boys, and this team just ran us out of the gym. So they have the momentum, and they're still at home. They got one of the best players in the league on the team. Just saw him get that and one early. So we just gotta stiffen up, man. That last game was terrible for us. But if we do stuff like this, crashing that board, we'll be all right. So our goal for this one, or one of our defensive strategies, I know it feels like we're changing up a little bit after every game, but that's just because we're trying to find the perfect formula to destroy this Pelicans team, because this team is a really good team. One thing we have to do is prevent the drives, because if you look at their roster, they don't have a lot of jump shooters, but they have some great finishers, and like Tyreke Evans, Drew Holiday, and of course Anthony Davis. Those guys have okay jumpers, but they really kill you around the basket. So I feel like if we take a step back and just prevent the drives, we'll be okay. Right there, we got unlucky. We tried to help on the drive, and we gave up a 3. But that was Tyreke Evans. You know Tyreke Evans is not going to knock that down 80% of the time. The man's okay from back there, so we'll live with it. Jimmy Butler coming off the screen, that's wet. I'm telling you, if you guys have Jimmy Butler, run him off of screens, because he will knock down that shot. It feels like 80% of the time. Here's another example. Knocking it down, no matter where he is on the court, he will put that in the hoop, and the guy's great at that. The man has been playing well. After the first game where he basically scored just 4 points, he's been stepping up for this team, kind of being the veteran, because he's the only guy that's been in the playoff series. You see right there, we tried to prevent Anthony Davis from scoring. We gave up some room, and they got offensive board. That's going to happen a lot, because we actually bring the double team at Anthony Davis more often than not, and when that happens, we give up offensive boards. That's okay. We just got to prevent Anthony Davis from going crazy. Here, right here, coming off the screen again. Didn't I just tell you? Jimmy Butler. That's about 3 or 4 feet behind the three-point line, and he still knocked it down. At halftime, it's a tie game. So it's 0-0. We do not want to come out here and lose this game, because it's going to be a very new series. It would be tied up, and I don't like that. We just want to get the advantage. So in the second half, we got to turn up, of course, prevent Anthony Davis from doing easy stuff like that. But that's going to be difficult, and you'll see how we manage. And right here, our rookie Eric Woods, who's been playing great for who he is, basically. Look at that. Jimmy Butler dunking on people. But Eric Woods has done great. For him to be a rookie in his very first season, starting for his very first time, he has been playing great. You're not going to see spectacular numbers. He's not going to score 25 and get 15 boards, but he'll definitely come in there and give you 12 points and 10 boards. Well, I think that was his first double-double this game, but he will do the little stuff. He'll rebound. He'll get the steals. He'll play the passing lanes. The guy's a beast. You saw Karl-Anthony Towns doing that nice footwork. I thought that was an and one, but I guess not. And this, when Anthony Davis rolls to the basket, he's nearly unstoppable. But if you guys notice, we haven't really been playing our game. Actually, watch this play. Eric Woods playing his heart out, man. This guy is earning himself a starting spot for next season just by playing at this tempo, this high pace. You know, that's what we do. But in this game, they actually stopped that. And we're trying to show them, even if we're not playing our game, we can still get a W. But it's going to be tough. You see, we're only up by 1 point right here late in the third quarter. We try to get Myers Leonard going. You know he's our spark plug, but the man airball. That was a really congested play. That's my fault, but luckily Tony Roden was there to clean it up. This game didn't have too many highlights. That's why it's kind of a shorter episode. Not too many highlights, but we did have one play, I feel like maybe the play of the season, and you'll see that. Norris Cole knocking down his third 3 of the night. I'm pretty sure the man was actually coming off those screens pretty heavy, and that's kind of crazy when you think about Norris Cole. He's not much of a jump shooter. You see Tony Roden going to miss that, but we have bodies, man. Our big men work hard, and that's what I love about our core bigs. Right there, he's going to miss that shot. This is the play I'm talking about, play of the year. This is not an oop attempt. That was me trying to get a floater with Tyus Jones, but our captain, Wiggins, picking it off the rim and just throwing it down. I felt like that was one of the best plays of the year. I actually recorded that, you know, Xbox recorded that, you know, to connect, and that was pretty much it. You see, late in this third quarter, we're only up by 2 after that finish by Evan Fournier. Nice block here to start the fourth quarter, and I decided I wanted to try to turn up a little bit. I turned the ball over right there, but I decided to show you guys why I'm the king of the fourth. So that's my plan, to come out here and play well. We just gave up that bucket, but that's all right. just run plays for our guy Jimmy Butler, who's been amazing in this game in general, or pretty much in the series besides game 1, of course. Jimmy Butler off that screen, green release, you know, he's knocking it down 80% of the time. So right here in this fourth quarter, we actually got to run and gun a little bit. I'm giving up to Eric Woods, who's finishing at the cup. The man is a beast, I'm telling you. Some of you guys were telling me I was wrong for drafting that guy, but I feel like we won that draft by picking him up. Backdoor cut by Jimmy Butler. He does the small things to get his buckets, and that's an example of that. Up by 4. May not seem like a lot, but for me, that's a nice little lead until Tyreke Evans knocked down his second 3 of the game. Someone who you don't expect to do that. Wiggins with a steal. You know, we play defense, throwing it up to Jimmy Butler. I don't know how that pass got through, but it did, and I'm not going to complain. So late in this game, we're up by 6. We decided to turn up just a little bit. I told you guys, man, this fourth quarter is where we went off. Eric Woods, he does that great. And now we're up by 8. And late in the game, look at this play. Zach LaVine getting behind him. That's why I don't like the full court press. Who we're going to throw it up to? Eric Woods. That's pretty much it, guys. I think that's it. We kind of sealed the deal right there, but we got to do one more. Look at that coming off the screen. Our captain behind the three-point line. That's cash. And there's no coming back from that. That's pretty much the end of this game, guys. We get the lead. Well, we already had the lead, but we go up 3-1. So hopefully we can close out the series at home next game. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to leave me a like. Player of the game was Jimmy Butler. There may not seem like it, but Jimmy Butler had 40 points. 40 points. Eric Woods is gonna come in a solid second, not with amount of points, but his impact on the game. See right there, I think we're gonna see 41 points, like 8 rebounds or something like that. We'll see in a second here. 41 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds. You can stay for the stats, but it's been the king of the fourth quarter, and I'm out. Thanks so much for watching.